Hi everyone. I would like to introduce an application which is a free social communications and media sharing application for mobile devices. It's not specifically designed as an educational tool. It's actually designed for, as I said, social communication. It's a Korean product originally, and here in Korea it's extremely popular. It's probably the most common means of communication between friends that I see in my university students. Among that age group, 18 to 25-year-olds, I would say it's almost ubiquitous. Product is called Kakaotalk. Kakaotalk is available on a wide range of platforms and works on most smartphone devices, including the larger pads. It uses data services, which in Korea are uncapped for calls, chats, and sharing media, and this means that users can connect together for free. So some of the features of this particular application that are useful for education include a group call feature, which allows 3 to 5 friends to talk together at the same time. In my experience, students often complain that it's difficult to complete group assignments due to the difficulties involved in meeting together. And I think the group call feature would help them overcome this particular problem. A better feature, I think, though, is the group chatting feature. This allows for semi-synchronous communication with an unlimited number of friends. And I say it's semi-synchronous because unlike face-to-face, where it is synchronous, or in our discussion forums where it's asynchronous, the way the user would most likely interact with this particular tool would be somewhere in between that. This has the similar kind of functionality of an online forum or discussion board, but the chatting nature of the discussion makes it more like face-to-face interaction rather than fully asynchronous text-based forum. I think this is important because it provides enormous flexibility for the user who can participate anywhere or anytime, and it allows the user to multitask more easily, and that I think is really suitable for the learning style of net generation learners. The message length, they recommend keeping it under 1,000 characters, but simply by pushing send and continuing the chat means the length of the discussion that can be had is virtually limitless. And as I say, it's unlimited number of participants can join too. So I think in education, the teacher could use this tool to set some homework, set a discussion task where students can participate in after class for consolidation or extension of their learning. And the teacher can simply observe or moderate as another participant. This app also allows users to share multimedia, including photos, video, and voice. In my language classroom, students have been using the voice recording functions to complete their speaking assignments, then sending them to me and their partners as part of a group message. This is actually something the students have initiated, as initially I asked them to send their speaking assignments to me on email. So I think particularly the group chat and the multimedia functions are very useful for my language learning classes. Importantly, one feature which I particularly like is that you can save and send a record of the group chat, and I think that's really useful for education. Students could review and summarize discussions more easily, particularly in compared to face-to-face discussions. and teachers could receive a copy of the group discussion for assessment after it has occurred. For my language learners, students could have a chat in their second language, then record it and send the voice recording and script to me for feedback. So I think there are lots of ideas which I could use this particular tool, particularly for my language learning. One thing I really like about this is that it's available in a number of different languages. It's available in English plus a number of Asian and European languages. In my context, all of my students are Korean and I'm Australian, and that means that either my students have to cope with applications that are in English, or I have to battle with applications that are in Korean. Having the multiple languages means the technology here doesn't get in the way of any learning activities I might want to create with it. A new feature, which I haven't tried yet, which I think I will do in one of my classes coming soon, is that you can create a poll, and it's like a voting system. Here the creator of the poll can decide, they can set a question and then decide if their friends are able to select multiple or single responses. And they're also able to allow the people they are polling to add more options. So I think this could be really useful for creating some kind of feedback assessment tasks, similar to a multiple choice question, but the students in education would actually be able to add extra options, which is a very nice thing, I think. Also, you're able to share links with this particular application, and I think this is really nice. You can share links from other applications, for example, TED Talks or YouTube videos, but you can also share web pages. So if you've created, as a teacher, if you've created some content which you want the students to be able to link to, this would be a good way of disseminating the information. Last slide. As I said, this is not designed for education specifically. It's a tool for communicating. But one of the nice things about it, makes it very user-friendly, is that it's possible to personalize the program, where you can download graphic emoticons, backgrounds and themes to make it particularly user-friendly and really appealing. And I think, even though it's not a product designed for education, that user-friendliness is an important aspect of it. Okay, so if you've not tried Kakaotalk, it's a very simple program, fun to use, and I think the features might actually be useful for education setting. Thanks very much for listening. Bye now.